So now let's move on to the next question, guys. In this question, we are given that there are more than two numbers in the list. So there is a list which contains more than two numbers, right? And the product of any two numbers is 0. So if we take the product of any two numbers in the list, then their product is 0, right? And we have to compare the sum of all numbers in the list with 0, right? So let's take a few cases and try to analyze how this goes. Now, for example, the list is 0, 0, 0, right? So there are more than two numbers in the list. This is satisfied, right? Because there are three numbers, which is absolutely fine. The product of any two numbers is 0. This is also fine because if you take these two numbers, the product is 0. If you take this number and this number, still the product is 0. If you take this and this, so if you take this, the product is 0. If you take this, the product is 0. If you take this and this, the product is still 0, right? So even this condition is absolutely satisfied. Now we have to find the sum of all numbers. So what is the sum of all numbers? So sum is obviously 0 plus 0 plus 0, which is 0, right? So this is one option. This is one case, right? Now let's try to take one more case. For example, there is another list, right? And this list, the numbers are, for example, 0, 0, 2, right? So again, this condition is satisfied because there are three numbers. There should be more than two numbers, satisfied. The product of any two numbers should be 0. For example, if we take these two numbers together, then 0 into 0 is 0. If we take these two numbers, then 0 into 2 is again 0. And if we take these two numbers, then also 0 into 2 is 0, right? So even this condition is absolutely satisfied. Now we have to find out the sum. So what is the sum? Sum is equals to 0 plus 0 plus 2, which is 2, right? So this is the second case. Now we were given in the question the sum of all numbers. So the sum of all numbers can be 0, right? It can be 2 also. So if the sum is 0, then the answer should be C. If the sum is 2, then the answer should be A. So sometimes the answer is A, sometimes the answer is C. So the final answer will be D. So this is your final answer. I hope this should be clear. Simple.